1. Make an attempt at something or doing. Meaning, to try to do something. Example, I will make an attempt at cooking dinner tonight. 2. Attempt to do. Meaning, to try to perform or complete a task or action. Example, she attempted to solve the math problem but found it too difficult. 3. In an attempt to do. Meaning, trying to achieve something by doing. In an attempt to lose weight, he started jogging every morning. 4. On average. Meaning, typically, as a general average. Example, on average, it rains 3 days a week here. 5. In the beginning. Meaning, at the start of something. Example, in the beginning, learning English seemed hard. 6. At the beginning of something. Meaning, at the start of a particular thing. Example, at the beginning of the book, the author introduces the main character. 7. Beginning with. Meaning, starting with a particular thing. Example, beginning with this chapter, the difficulty level increases. 8. At or on the bottom of something. Meaning, the lowest part of something. Example, the signature is at the bottom of the document. 9. Be the cause of something. Meaning, to be the reason something happens. Example, ice on the road can be the cause of accidents. 10. Come to the conclusion that. Meaning, to decide or determine something after consideration. Example, after reading the report, I came to the conclusion that we need a new strategy. 11. In conclusion. Meaning, finally, to sum up. Example, in conclusion, eating healthy and exercising regularly are key to a happy life. 12. Do an experiment on something. Meaning, to conduct a test or trial to discover something unknown. Example, we did an experiment on chemical reactions in class today. 13. Experiment with something or doing. Meaning, to try new ideas or methods to see what the results are. Example, the chef is experimenting with new recipes for the menu. 14. In fact. Meaning, actually, in reality. Example, in fact, I've never been to New York. 15. With the introduction of something. Meaning, as something is introduced or brought into use for the first time. Example, with the introduction of the internet, accessing information has become much easier. 16. Make a phone call. Meaning, to call someone on the telephone. Example, I need to make a phone call to book an appointment. 17. Take a photo of something or somebody. Meaning, to use a camera to capture an image of something or someone. Example, can you take a photo of us in front of the monument? 18. Carry out research on or into something. Meaning, to conduct a detailed study of a subject. Example, she is carrying out research on ancient Roman architecture. 19. Receive a phone call. Meaning, to get a call on a telephone from someone. Example, I received a phone call from my friend while I was at work. 20. Get a phone call. Meaning, to be called by someone on the telephone. Example, I got a phone call from the doctor's office about my appointment. 21. Do research on or into something. Meaning, to study a subject in detail to discover new information about it. Renewable energy sources for his thesis. 22. As a matter of fact. Meaning, in truth, actually. Example, as a matter of fact, I've already seen that movie. 23. The fact of the matter is that. Meaning, the truth or the reality of the situation is. Example, the fact of the matter is we need to improve our sales strategy. 24. Face the facts. Meaning, to accept the truth and not avoid it. Example, we need to face the facts if we're going to solve this problem. 25. An introduction to something or somebody. Meaning, a basic or initial presentation or explanation about something or someone. Example, this book provides an excellent introduction to the history of Rome. 26. Reach the conclusion. That. Meaning, to arrive at a final opinion or decision after consideration. Example, we reached the conclusion that the project was not viable. 27. Perform an experiment on something. Meaning, to carry out a scientific test or procedure to discover something about an object or phenomenon. Example, the scientists performed an experiment on the new compound to test its properties. 28. Carry out an experiment on something. To conduct a scientific test or investigation on something. They carried out an experiment on the effects of sunlight on plant growth. 29. In control of something. Meaning, having the authority or power over something. Example, the project manager is in control of the construction site. 30. Take control of something. Meaning, to assume command or management of something. He took control of the company after his father retired. 31. Under control. Meaning, managed adequately. Everything is under management and order. Example, the situation looked chaotic, but the police quickly got everything under control. 32. Under the control of somebody. Meaning, being managed or directed by someone. Example, the finances of the charity are under the control of a trusted accountant. 33. Out of control. Meaning, no longer possible to manage, wild or chaotic. Example, the wildfire became out of control due to the strong winds. 34. Give a description of something or somebody. Meaning, to provide details about someone or something's appearance, characteristics, or qualities. Example, the witness was able to give a detailed description of the getaway car. 35. Influence something or somebody. Meaning, to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something. Example, the novel greatly influenced her outlook on life. 36. Have or be an influence on something or somebody. Meaning, to be a person or thing that has a significant effect on someone or something's character, development, or behavior. Example, his mentor had a profound influence on his career. 37. On the internet. Meaning, available or happening through the internet. Example, you can find a wide range of courses on the internet. 38. Over the internet. Meaning, through or using the internet, especially to communicate. Example, we conducted the entire meeting over the internet. 39. Surf the internet. Meaning, to browse the internet, moving from one web page to another without specific aim. Example, he spends hours surfing the internet every evening. 40. In the news. Meaning, being reported or featured in current news broadcasts or publications. Example, the discovery of the ancient tomb was in the news yesterday. 41. On the news. Meaning, featured in a television or radio news broadcast. Example, did you see that story about the new environmental law on the news? 42. Hear the news. Meaning, to become aware of something through the news. Example, I couldn't believe it when I heard the news about the earthquake. 43. Take place. Meaning, to happen, especially at a specific time or location. Example, the annual festival takes place in the city square. 44. In place of. Meaning, instead of someone or something, as a substitute or replacement. Example, they used artificial flowers in place of real ones for the display. 45. At a place. Meaning, located in a specific location. Example, the meeting is at a place known for its excellent coffee. 46. Ask a question. Meaning, to pose an inquiry to obtain information. Example, the student raised his hand to ask a question during the lecture. 47. Answer a question. Meaning, to respond to someone's inquiry. Example, the politician carefully answered the question about her policies. 48. In question. Meaning, being discussed or under consideration. Example, the integrity of the data in question has been confirmed by experts. 49. Question mark. Meaning, a punctuation symbol, indicating a question. Example, Remember to add a question mark at the end of each question in your essay. 50. Have a view. Meaning, to possess an opinion or belief about something. Example, we all have a view on the matter, but we need to find a common ground. 51. In my view. Meaning, according to my opinion or perspective. Example, in my view, we should prioritize environmental conservation over development. 52. Watch out for something or somebody. Meaning, to be vigilant or careful about something or someone potentially dangerous. Example, watch out for slippery floors during the rainy season.